So starting today, sitting comfortably on the floor or on a chair, whatever's comfortable. You may be sitting like I'm sitting, or you may be sitting on your heels or with legs stretched or leaning against a wall. And then you can close down your eyes and start by taking a deep breath in through your nose and a long sigh out through your mouth. Just start to connect in with your breath. Notice your breath. Begin to slow your breath down. And create the space in your torso for your breath, expanding the abdomen and the rib cage as you breathe in, contracting as you breathe out. Continuing to breathe in a way that there is no strain, there's no huge effort. Steady, smooth, comfortable inhalation. Same for the exhalation. Now we're going to add in some pauses in the breathing. So I'll explain it first. You can continue breathing as you are at the moment. So you will begin your inhalation expanding just the abdomen and then pause. And then continue the inhalation expanding the rib cage. Again, pause. Complete your inhalation, feeling the expansion in the top of your chest. And again, pause, retaining your breath for a bit longer this time. You can hold your breath for as long as you want. It could be 5 seconds, it could be a minute. That's entirely up to you. And then once you're ready, you'll exhale completely. When you feel that you're completely empty, pause, and then see if you can exhale a little more. And then the whole cycle will begin again. So start when you're ready. Inhaling into abdomen, pause. Rib cage expands. Again, you pause. Inhale to the top of the chest. Retain your breath. And then you're exhaling completely, pausing and exhaling a bit more. What I would like you to do in the retention of your breath is be present with how your sensation or your experience changes from when it maybe feels quite nice to hold the breath, that stillness. Then it becomes a bit normal. You have sort of pretty neutral feeling about it. Then it starts to become a little uncomfortable, but still within the realm of you're happy to keep holding your breath. And then it transitions into that place where it actually doesn't feel great and you want to exhale. So see if you can experience each of those places. Notice at the point at which you exhale. And you're not getting into a competition with yourself, just noticing. Now, when you've finished the round that you're currently on, there's no rush. Come back into a comfortable and steady rhythm of breathing. But have that connection with your breath. Be very present with your breath. So taking the hands beside the body, simple movements at the beginning to connect movement with breath. On your inhale, lifting the arms up above your head. And your exhalation, hands slowly coming back down. Feel the full expansion in the torso. Inhale, the belly expands, rib cage expands, upper chest. And that slow, complete exhalation, hands coming down. This time, arms reaching forward and lifting up. Inhale. Exhaling, the hands coming down. This time, interlacing the fingers in front. You can keep the hands this way around or turn the hands inside out. Again, your next inhalation is lifting the hands up. You could be like this or like this. And exhaling, hands coming back down again. Take your hands behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the upper chest, slightly lift your chin. And exhale to relax. On your inhale, hands coming up the sides above your head. This time as you exhale, slightly twist to the right, just a little bit. And then let the hands come down towards the ground. You'll have one hand either side of your right knee. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Keep that length as you exhale. Reach your chest forward and down. Now there's a whole range of place you might get to here. We don't need to get to any particular place. Just notice what it is you're feeling. It might be that you're quite close down to the ground, but that might also pull on the knee or the back. So be mindful of what the experience is and make it feel good for your body. On your inhale, arms reaching back up again. As you exhale, twist coming via the center and then to the left side. Hands coming down to frame the left knee or resting on the left thigh. Inhale to lengthen through the spine and exhale, folding forward. Your inhalation, lifting the hands back up again. And exhale, coming back to center, hands down to the ground. Rest your right hand on the ground. Relax that right shoulder, slightly bend the right elbow. Left hand reaches up to the ceiling. On your exhalation, side bend to the right. Now you can choose to have the arm up and overhead or keep it reaching up towards the ceiling. If you're sitting on a chair, resting your hand on your thigh or holding the underside of the chair. On your inhalation, body comes back up again. Lift your right hand up. And exhaling, left hand down to the ground. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, side bend to the left. On your inhale, coming back up again. And exhale, both hands down. If you're sitting cross-legged, cross your legs the other way. The weird way. Take your left hand outside the right leg. Right hand comes behind. Inhale, feel yourself sitting tall. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. On your exhalation, release from the twist. Keep that left hand where it is. Cross your right arm over the left. Right elbow is above the left elbow. Then begin to bring the hands towards each other. Now this could be a V shape, could be grabbing the finger, it could be palms together. Really that depends on what's going on at the front of your body, what's going on around your shoulders. On your inhale, slightly lift the elbows up. And as you exhale, slightly drop the elbows down. Just experience what the change in sensation is. And then release the arms. We'll take the right hand outside the left leg. Left hand comes behind. Inhale to sit up tall. And then exhale, spinal twist to the left. On your exhalation, release from the twist. Keep that right hand where it is and take the left arm over the right. So left elbow above the right. Again, hands coming towards each other. Could be palms together, grabbing a finger or a V shape. Keeping hands on the shoulders. On your inhale, slightly lift the elbows up. And exhale, slightly draw the elbows down. All the time, steady breath. And then releasing the arms. You can roll your shoulders a couple of times. Then bring the feet together. No, yes. Nick, you can also do this sitting down. So feet together, knees together. Drop the knees open to the side, bring the soles of the feet together. Hands coming behind your back, pressing the hands into the ground so you can feel that slight tilt forward of the hips, of the pelvis. Drop the chin down towards your chest. You can choose to bring the heels close to your body or have the heels a little bit further forward. And then if you would like, you can take your hands to your ankles. On your inhale, keep sitting up tall. And other options here is to bring the torso forward, but try to keep the length through the spine. If there's already plenty of sensation just sitting upright, then stay there and experience the posture, the shape in your body. And if you want to fold forward, you also have that as a further option. From here, we're taking the hands outside the knees, bring the knees back together again, and then we'll come into our tabletop position. The wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. On your inhale, tilt your pelvis, let the tummy reach down towards the ground. Feel the chest reaching forward and then lift your chin. Then exhaling, tuck the tailbone under, really slowly rounding your back. Bring the chin towards the chest. One more like this. Inhaling to tilt the pelvis, tummy down and look forward. And exhaling, slowly rounding your back, chin towards your chest. Coming back to your tabletop position. On your next inhalation, opening your right knee and foot to the side. Just to the point where you feel stuff in the glutes, probably on both sides. And just stay here, a couple of breaths. On your exhalation, lowering back down again. Now reaching the right foot straight back behind you. Toes can rest on the ground while you slide the left hand forward. Lift your torso away from the ground. And then inhale to lift the arm and the leg off the mat. Notice if when you do that, you start to dip your tummy down towards the ground. See if you can keep lifting away from the floor. That right leg is fully stretched. Notice when you bend your knee, maybe the sensation is different to when the leg is stretched. Then hand comes back down to the ground, knee coming back down, and straight away step your right foot forward between your hands. Now remember, stability in this low lunge can be increased if we take our foot a little bit to the side, right foot a little bit to the side. Pressing the foot and the shin down. On your inhalation, lifting the arms up. Notice the difference when you completely relax the muscles around your hips versus when you squeeze the muscles in the glutes. You press the foot and the shin down and slightly draw the tailbone down, lower belly up. From here, take your hands onto your waist. Now, if you've got supports nearby, you can hold on to something here. You're going to straighten out the right leg, but keep the body upright. Now, you can have your toes pointing up to the ceiling or the foot flat on the ground. That's up to you. And it's also okay if the knee is a little bent. On your inhale, lengthen through the spine. Keep squeezing the muscles in the glutes. Exhale, slightly fold forward. Really slowly. Find the point where, yeah, you can feel something in the hamstrings, maybe in the calves as well. Now I want you to bend your right knee just a little bit and try to engage the muscles in your right hamstring. So tighten those muscles. Imagine you're squeezing them like you would squeeze the biceps in your arms. Keep squeezing those muscles as you again straighten the right leg. So now you are engaging the muscle while you are stretching it. On your inhalation, coming back up again. Exhale, relax, bring that right foot back in. You can take your hands down to the ground, back to tabletop position. Send your hips back towards your heels, arms down, head down, and relax. Coming back up to tabletop position. So we're starting by opening the left knee and foot to the side. Try to have the left shin roughly parallel to the ground. And it doesn't matter how high you're lifting it, but you're focusing on what you can feel as the leg is lifted. Where's stability coming from? Where are you requiring to use your strength? On your exhalation, lowering the leg back down again. Stretch your left leg straight back behind you, toes on the ground, while you stretch right hand forward. Lift the front of the torso away from the ground, and then lift your right hand and left foot off the ground. On your exhalation, hand and knee coming back down, and then straight away stepping your left foot forward between your hands. Adjusting position of the foot. Find your stability, lifting the arms up to the ceiling. From here, taking hands to your waist, and we're straightening out the left leg. Toes either pointing up to the ceiling or pointing down to the ground. On your inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. So first time we fold forward, probably the hamstring is kind of relaxed. And then you can bend that left knee a little bit, tighten the hamstring muscle, try to keep it tight as you then straighten the knee again. On your inhalation, coming out of the posture, maybe taking the hands back down to the ground so you can step back into tabletop position. Send your hips back towards your heels, head down, arms down, and relax. And then on your inhalation, coming back to tabletop position and make your way up to standing. So today in the standing sequence, we're going to work with a moon salutation. This is where we start with one posture on one side. We do a sequence of postures on that same side, and then we do the other side, so the left side then, but we do it in the reverse order. So when we finish with the posture that we've just started. So we start with a posture, we do a sequence, then we do the sequence in reverse on the other side, and we finish back where we started again. Inevitably, I forget something, so feel free to shout at your screen when that happens. We're going to use the width of the mat. This moon salutation differs from the sun salutation. Sun salutation tends to be all kind of lunges, forward folds, back bends, this kind of range of movement. Whereas this sequence is more using wide leg positions and side bends. It's a little bit different, although there is a lunge in it as well. We are going to do this fully once and then fully a second time. The second time we do it, you'll know what to expect, and then you can settle into the pose. We'll spend a bit more time in each of the postures. So starting with the feet together, hands down beside your body, a little squeeze in the glutes. Inhaling to bring the palms together above your head. And on your exhalation, a side bend to the right. Absolutely up to you how far you go with this. Try to tighten the muscles around your core, so you're giving a bit of stability and support to your spine, lower back, pelvis. On your inhalation, coming back to center, separate the hands, palms facing forward, and step the feet wider. You can toe heel or step the feet wider, heels wider than the hips. Next exhalation, bend the knees and bend the elbows. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades slightly together. Every time we come into a posture, find a steady gaze point straight ahead. Try not to look at the computer. On your inhalation, straighten the legs, stretch the arms out to the side, the palms are facing down, and turn both heels out. So all the toes are pointing forward, arms out to the side. Have the feeling that you're stretching your fingers, trying to reach the fingertips to the walls either side. And press into the outer edges of your feet, lifting the inner legs. From here, turn your right toes out. Coming into Trikanasana or triangle pose. You can reach the right hand a bit more towards the right. Right hand comes down towards your leg. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Now, if you have a chair, you can rest your hand on the chair or rest your hand on your thigh. Try not to press into the kneecap. Totally okay to have a little bend in that right knee. On your next exhalation, drop that left hand down towards the ground. So hands are coming all the way down to the ground. Swivel on your left foot, left knee comes down to the ground, untuck the left toes. On your inhalation, lift the arms up to the ceiling. We're in this low lunge position. Now, if you would like to, you can send your hips down and a little lower, and chest lifting up. So this feeling of expansion at the top of the chest. Slightly lift your chin. You also have options if you want of bringing the palms together. On your exhalation, the hands coming back down to the ground. Tuck the back toes under. Lift that left knee up. I would suggest you hop your left foot a bit closer to your right. And then turn that left leg out, flattening the foot to the ground. A bit like windmilling the arms open. Open the arms out to the side. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Now I'm going to give a little variation here for whoever would like to, either staying in this position, warrior two, or bringing the palms together, and your left leg, you're going to externally rotate it on the heel. So the toes are pointing up. So we're kind of in this sideways squat position. So either here or here. Wherever you are in your exhalation, straighten the right leg. Palms come together in front of your chest. Turn the right toes in. And toe heel your feet closer together. We're coming into Malasana Squat position. So for some people, it's feet parallel. For others, it's toes a bit more open. You decide what the position of the feet are. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, send your hips down, either a quarter or half, or the hips going closer to the ground. This is where everyone goes lower than me. On your inhalation, coming back up again. Exhale, relax. Toe heel the feet wide again. This is where we start doing everything in reverse back to the beginning. So the left toes will turn out. Right toes facing forward. If you're coming into this option, Virabhadrasana 2. If you wish, the palms can be together and you turn your right leg out. This external rotation into the hip joint, right toes pointing up to the ceiling. So you're either here or here. On your next exhalation, windmill the hands towards your left foot. Hands are framing the left foot on the ground. Swivel on your right toes. Right knee comes down to the ground, untuck the toes. When your balance is there, remember you can move your left foot a bit more out to the side. You lift your arms up to the ceiling. Extra options here are sending the hips more towards the ground, lifting the upper chest, even bringing the palms together. There are just different ways of doing this particular posture. On your exhalation, the hands come back down to the ground. Tuck your right toes under to lift your right knee. Hop your right foot closer to your left. Then flatten the right foot to the ground. The toes are pointing towards the long edge of the mat. And you lift your body up, windmilling the arms out to the side. This time you straighten your left leg. Might need to adjust the foot position. Reach the left hand towards the left wall, coming into Trikanasana. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches up. Your inhalation, lift the hands, body back up again. Keep the hands stretched out to the side. Turn the left toes to face forward. All the toes pointing the same direction. Hands stretching as much to the side as you can. Have this feeling of lift in the inside of the legs. Reach your arms up above your head, palms are facing forward. Bring the feet a little closer together. Heels wider than the hips, toes pointing towards the corners. As you exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. A little bit squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhaling, stretching the arms to the ceiling, bring the palms together. Bring the feet all the way back together. On your next exhalation, side bend to the left. Inhaling, coming back to center. And exhaling, relax. I always feel like we've gone on a big journey and we made it back to the beginning again. We're going to repeat the whole thing. So now you know what to expect as we go from place to place. But this time, we're going to stay for 5 breaths in each place. Now, because I can only hear my breathing, we'll go with my breath. Don't worry if you breathe more than 5 breaths or less than 5 breaths, that's okay, but we'll go with roughly the same amount of time in each place. So feet together, hands alongside the body, little squeeze of the muscles around your sit bones, engaging the muscles around your core, as if there's a corset holding everything in. On your inhalation, palms coming together above your head. Exhale, little side bend to the right. We're here for 5 breaths. Find one steady gaze point. Keep focusing on your breath, on what you experience in this shape. Inhaling, coming back to center, separate the hands, palms forward, separate the feet, feet wider than the hips. Your next exhalation, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Always there's the little micro adjustments and then settling in the pose. Inhaling to straighten the legs, stretch your arms to the side. Turn both heels out, all the toes facing forward. Turning the right toes out. Reaching a little towards the right, then right hand coming down towards the right leg, left hand reaching up. Little bend into the right knee. Take that left hand down to the ground. We're framing the right foot with our hands. Swivel on your left foot, left knee comes down to the ground, untuck the toes. Your inhalation lifts the arms up. Remember, you can take the right foot a bit wider. On your exhalation, hands coming back down to the ground, tuck the left toes under, lift your left knee, hop it a bit closer to the right. Swivel on those left toes so the foot comes flat to the ground. Windmill the arms up and overhead, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Or palms together, external rotation in the left leg, toes pointing up to the ceiling. So here or here. Bringing the palms together in front of your chest, straightening the right leg, turn the right toes in, and bring the feet closer together for Malasana or squat. Deep breath in. On your exhalation, sending the hips down and back. If you're low enough, you can take elbows inside the knees. So stop the knees falling inwards. Knees pressing to elbows, elbows to knees, lengthening through the spine. On your inhalation, coming back up again. Stepping the feet wide. And then turning the left toes out. On your exhalation, bend the left knee, either arms to the side, you're in Virabhadrasana 2, or the palms staying together, external rotation in that right leg, toes pointing up. This sideways lunging position. You can choose what you do. On your exhalation, windmill the arms over towards the left foot. Hands coming down to frame the left foot. Swivel the right toes. Right knee comes down to the ground. Make any adjustments. On your inhale, lifting the arms up. On your exhalation, hands back down to the ground. Tuck the right toes under. Lift your right knee. Hop that right foot closer. Flatten the foot down. Lift your body up. Straightening the left leg. Reaching towards the left side of the room. Left hand coming down. Right hand reaching up. Totally okay to have that little bend in the knee resting on your thigh. On your inhalation, coming all the way back up again, arms reaching out to the side. Turn those left toes in, all the toes pointing forward. Hands reaching up to the ceiling, palms still facing forward. Bring your feet however much closer you want to bring them. The heels are a little bit further in than the toes. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades together. Inhaling, straightening legs and arms, palms together above your head. Bring the feet all the way back together. Your next exhalation, little side bend to the left. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, hands down. Okay, from here, coming into a couple of balances. I want you to have support at the right side at the moment. So just make sure you have support to the right side if you like to have support when we're in balancing poses. So on your inhalation, lift your right knee towards your chest. And then hold your right knee with your left hand. Now, ultimately, we're coming into spinal twist. So this is done just as well with the toes resting on the ground, hand on the outside thigh, or even feet flat and just coming into spinal twist in this direction. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. If you've got your support, your hand is resting on your support or on the chair. If you're going hands free, the hand reaches towards the wall behind you. So that right knee is reaching forward. The twist is to the right. On your exhalation, release from the twist. The foot comes back down to the ground. Stay as you are. Still support on the right side. Take the weight into your right leg. Open left leg to the side. I'm placing either the toes or the foot against the lower or upper leg, coming into Vrikshasana. Squeezing muscles in the glutes, palms together or hand resting on your support. Knee pointing forward again, and then foot coming back down to the ground. Feel the weight coming into the left foot again. Now, either moving supports to the left side or move to a place of support for a left side. And when you're ready, lifting the left knee up, left knee lifts. Right hand holding your left knee. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, it's a spinal twist to the left. Either holding your support or arm reaching towards the wall behind you. On your exhalation, release from the twist. Foot comes back down to the ground. Take the weight into that foot, into that left foot, lighten the right. Turn your right leg out, toes to the ground, foot to the lower leg, or if you want, foot against the inside upper leg. Hand on support or palms together. And taking the knee to face forward, foot comes back down to the ground. Relax the arms. Come to the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart. On your inhalation, bringing the arms above your head. As you exhale, slowly folding forward, hands dangling down towards the ground. Relax your head, relax your arms. You can totally rest hands on the shins or thighs. And then bend your knees so that you can reach the floor and come into tabletop position. On your inhalation, tilt the pelvis, let the tummy dip down, look forward. And exhaling, slowly rounding your back, chin towards your chest. Back to tabletop position and come and sit down on the ground. Take your hands behind you, stretch your legs forward in front of you. And then we are not trying to get the legs to go to any particular place. So just wherever they land, open the right leg and open the left leg. I'm guilty of it myself. Do this wide leg and then I'm like pulling my legs out into a position. But no, let them just be wherever they are. Hands right behind your hips, sitting up tall. Now, if you're already feeling a lot of stuff here, stay like that and work on sitting up tall. Even if it's slightly leaning back, that's okay. If you want to, you can take the hands in front, keep the length through the spine and start walking the hands forward. It really doesn't matter. You're just exploring sensation and you're choosing what you choose to feel. And then taking your hands back behind your back, lean back into your hands, bring the legs back towards each other again. And then bending both knees. Drop both knees down to the right side and then take the top leg off the bottom leg. Now, some of you may be sitting with both sit bones on the ground, certainly not me. You can lift one side of your hip off the ground and that's totally okay. Now you can decide whether you're going to let the body fold forward over your shin, along your thigh, or behind your thigh. Try them all and see today, because we did a sequence where we're using the side body, the inside legs, Maybe today's decision is a different one to how you would have done this on a different practice day. And when you have decided, walking the hands forward, maybe the forearms coming down, maybe you're resting the head on the ground, and that is entirely up to you. Find a place where you can find comfort in the pose. Close your eyes, focus on the breath. Focus on the feeling, on the character of sensation. Rarely when we hold a posture does it stay exactly the same. The intensity might change, might move. On your inhalation, lift your body back up again. Stack your left leg on your right and then over to the other side. Take the right leg off the left. And again, try everything on this side. Try, how does it feel to let the body fold behind the leg, along the thigh, or over the shin? You might have the same on this side, or you might have a different decision that you take. Maybe the forearms come down or the head down. Keeping the breath steady. On your inhalation, coming back up again. Right leg stacks on top of left. Bring the knees back up. So before we have Shavasana, I want you to, you yourself, choose what you feel your body would really like to do as final posture today. That could be all sorts of options. You might like to come and lie on your back, just with the knees bent, or with the feet together, knees open to the side, or maybe coming into this upside down Malasana, Ananda Balasana, which is happy baby, holding the outsides of the feet, knees towards your armpits. Or maybe it feels good to let the feet dangle up towards the ceiling. Or maybe it's coming into Spinal Twist. Just feel what's going on in your body and what your body would actually really like right now. And that could very well be that your body already wants you to come into Shavasana for final relaxation. This is the advantage. One of the advantages of doing an online class is that you can't see what everyone around you is doing, and therefore going into, oh, I should do that as well because I see that person doing that. You really have to listen to yourself and be okay with the decision that you take. Notice if you're getting into the territory of, oh, I probably should do this one. But no, is that what your body wants? Or is that what you think your mind thinks your body should do? Maintain the smooth breath, that steady rhythm of breathing. Listen to what's going on in your body. Hopefully you have chosen something that actually feels quite comfortable in your body. So there might not be a huge sensation that's present if we're in a very challenging pose. So therefore, it's more challenging to keep your awareness in what's going on in the body, finding those subtle little physical sensations. Now slowly, slowly, come out of the posture that you've chosen and transition into Shavasana. Shavasana with legs stretched out or knees bent, arms to the side, palms facing up. Find a way to lie completely comfortably. Maybe that's a cushion under your head or covering yourself with a blanket. When your body has found its comfortable position, take a deep breath in, sigh your breath out. Now let your body breathe. The body will take care of the breathing automatically. You don't need to concentrate on your breath. Make sure your body is completely relaxed. Let go. And then as you next exhale, try to let go a little bit more. Our days are filled with stuff that we do, stuff that we think about. Even when we're not doing or thinking, we're probably thinking about what we should be doing or thinking about. And for the next few minutes, let yourself not need to do that. Be okay with not doing, not thinking. That doesn't mean that the mind won't have thoughts. You don't need to pay attention to them. Let your mind meander. Let your body completely relax. Now slowly, slowly begin to deepen your breath again. Feel the ground beneath you. Have a sense of the space around you. And then begin to bring intentional movement back into your fingers and into your toes. Moving your body, feel your body awaken, become more alert, ready for whatever the rest of your day will hold. When you're ready, you can bend your knees, roll to your side, and come and sit up again. We'll finish our class joining our palms together. Take a deep breath in and a long sigh out.